Welcome to the second half of our One Piece review on the Brandon and Ryan Hour. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ryan. And we're going to continue talking about One Piece, like Brandon just said. So today we're covering the last 4 episodes, episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8 of the first season.
That would be the last 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes. Okay. Anyway, there are sure to be spoilers ahead. So yeah, you're warned. And if you haven't checked out our review of the first 4 episodes, you should go check that out. There will be a link down in the description or in the comments, pinned comment probably, if I remember. Hopefully I remember. We'll see what happens. Anyway, all right, Ryan. I got the straw hat.
Don't feel like that's actually made out of straw, but okay, great.
It's made out of something similar.
Okay.
It's not quite straw. I couldn't find my actual straw hat. But I want to be a straw hat pirate.
You're wearing the hat, so you get to start.
Oh, okay. I get to be the captain?
Yes.
Okay. I like the last 4 episodes. I didn't think they were quite as good as the first 4. But they were still really good. The story is still really good. I like the way they continued it. It's just, I think the last 4 episodes is kind of like just one longer story.
Okay.
I guess the last 3. Episode 5 is kind of by itself, and then 6, 7, and 8.
I don't agree with that at all. I think the last 2 are basically just the same story. But 5 and 6 are basically one story introducing us to a new character.
Yeah, but the fish people show up in episode 6.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you're right. 5 and 6 are kind of together, and 7 and 8 kind of together. There's so many things to talk about. I don't exactly know where to start. So, I guess I didn't. A restaurant in the middle of the ocean doesn't make a lot of sense. But whatever.
It was fun how they found the restaurant, though.
I kept thinking of Toucan Sam.
Yeah. Okay. Follow your nose.
Follow your nose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this. I like the set for that. What was it called? Baratier?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Whatever that means. But I like the set. It looked really cool. Shoot. Oh man. I don't know. What was I gonna say?
I don't know what you were gonna say.
I'm surprised you don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, I don't know. The episode 5 didn't seem like a whole lot happened, so I don't know. It was whatever.
I mean, there was the big sword fight at the end of it, so
yeah, the end was good, but
yeah. So I mean, a lot of stuff did happen. That one did seem like it kind of took a slowdown from other episodes, though. Yeah. So they get to the restaurant. There's just them hanging out, eating food. We get introduced to what was his name? Sanji. Who's a cook.
It's a chef.
Chef, cook, same thing.
Or waiter, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, and then the admiral hires a warlord, a pirate warlord, to go look for Luffy.
The pirate warlord thing was interesting. I guess how many were there? Like 7?
7.
I think they said 7. He seemed kind of OP.
A little bit.
Like the giant That's a huge sword
That was a huge
that he's
sword.
one-handing.
Yeah.
And then his
Looked
fight
pretty
with
cool though.
Sanji, he pulled out the little bitty sword,
It wasn't with Sanji, it was with Zoro.
or Zoro
Yep.
pulled out the little bitty guy. I thought that was hilarious. And then, like, I guess I don't understand. I don't know. I still don't understand how the world works because,
Okay.
like, some people seem normal, and then other people have these like crazy abilities. Like his abilities seem to be tied to his swords, but not. I don't know. Seemed weird. I just don't know how the world works.
I mean, that's life in general. I still don't know how the world works.
Okay. Anyway, um,
Yeah, but the fight at the end was really good. I enjoyed the fight between that warlord and Zoro.
Needhawk,
Yep, Mihawk.
and he had a cool name.
Because Zoro's been looking for him to prove that he is the best swordsman, and just gets kicked in the face in
Oh
that
yeah, it
fight.
gets
Like
destroyed.
he did not do well at all.
I mean, that's an understatement. The other guy had like a pocket knife and destroyed him,
Yeah.
and um, some reason let him live.
Mm-hmm. Because he wants to challenge him when he's better. He said, "Come find me when you advance," or something to that effect.
Yeah, something like that. Um, Same thing with Luffy's why he let him go because he wanted to see what he would do
Yeah, because he called him a
on
wild
the
card.
main.
He said, "You're a wild card. I want to see how he grows." So yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of like a running thing because that's also what the peg leg chef was saying to
Mm-hmm.
um dang it, I forgot his name.
Sanji?
No.
No.
The
Oh, the admiral.
admiral or vice admiral, whatever he was.
Yeah.
So he was saying he's time for the younger
Younger
people to step
generation.
up.
Yep.
Um,
So then,
Zeph, that was his name.
okay. But yeah, and then we get into after the fight, we go into episode 6, which we get a lot of backstory for Sanji, the chef. How did you feel about his backstory?
It was interesting. Um, I don't know. I guess whatever that his passion was cooking and taking care of people by uh, preparing food for him because he did that several times. The guy that was starving that came in, he
Mm-hmm.
prepared a meal for him, prepared a meal for Zoro when he got hurt. Then they did all they filleted a fish to patch
Put
up
on
his
the
wounds.
wounds. Yeah.
Um, and he just, yeah, that was his passion and how he wanted to take care of people, but he could also fight. And um, which was, I mean, he's pretty good at fighting, which was
Yeah, he
good.
just kicks everyone.
Yeah, this is, I don't know. Um, the whole, I guess, relationship between him and Zeph
Mm-hmm.
um, was interesting. It's like this father-son relationship based on them not dying on a rock because Zeph ate his own leg.
Yeah. That was
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit intense.
I don't know if that would work.
I
Like, how
mean,
does that?
the show said it worked, so
I think, yeah. I mean, I guess after he ate off that much leg, he needed less calories anyway. So
yeah.
it's kind of strange. Um, but yeah, so that was an interesting plot twist,
Hmm.
sort of. But their relationship seemed, I don't know, like a strained father-son relationship. Like, I don't know. He didn't want to leave because he felt
Indebted, I guess.
responsible, yeah, and indebted for him saving his life and eating his own leg.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's weird. But then he finally gets the opportunity, I guess, presented to him, and the permission to, or the blessing to leave
Yeah.
and
And
go off on his own way.
I feel like the chef was trying to push him into his own person from the very start. Like at first, I thought the chef was a little bit of a jerk, but
Just being a jerk.
I can see how he was trying to push him to be better and not be stagnant.
Right, yeah. Instead of just staying there and cooking at his restaurant forever when he had a big dreams to go do stuff.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's part of the reason why this show is so good, is because they're introducing all these characters in really interesting ways. They are, I guess, the main driver for all of them is a specific passion
Mm-hmm.
that they're trying to pursue.
Yeah, they're
And
trying to find their place in the world, and Yep.
yeah, they're trying to grow up into their own person and make their mark on the world, and which is what we should all be doing. So it's kind of, even though everybody has a tragic backstory, they're still able to pursue their dreams, even though it's at great risk and peril,
right.
which is a really good story for everybody to partake in. But it doesn't all, like, they're all young, but
Mm-hmm.
it and they're like, the old people need to like move out so the young people can go do things, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. The old people can still pursue their dreams. Like,
Right. That's fair.
that's still um a a valid pursuit in life, no matter what your age is.
Mm-hmm.
So the fight with Sanji, he almost dies. They kept saying he lost a lot of blood, but there was
Yeah, but there was
barely any
no
blood.
blood. Yeah.
It's just a little bit of blood on his chest around the wound, and I'm like, why do you keep saying he's lost a lot of blood? Like, stop.
Because I mean, maybe they wanted to not make it graphic so everybody can watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah,
But
like maybe they shot the scene where there was a lot of blood, and then they were like, "Nah, let's not do that." Okay, so episode end of 6 is where, well, then I guess we also see the struggle for Luffy in being a captain,
right.
where he kind of like faces that fear and starts taking um, responsibility and like ownership of the situations and making decisions, and um, even though people's lives are at risk,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was, if you're like, hey, come with me, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and then you all like
Then
on the verge of
everybody's
death, kind
yeah.
of changes things.
Yep. Because he's the leader. He's the in charge person, so he
Yeah,
has to act like it.
yeah, he's got to make decisions, even though people's lives may be at risk.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see him go through that process.
And
And
then
the
this
shark
is
guys, what?
yeah. Go ahead.
The shark guys show up, or fish guys, or what did they call themselves?
They called themselves
Fishmen?
fish people or fishmen. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They were weird. Um, they seemed OP also.
Yeah, I mean they were way stronger, way
Stronger, faster. Like he got shot and the bullet just
just
fell
bounced
off.
off. Right.
Yeah. And it wasn't just him, it was like all of them.
All of them.
Um yeah,
Yeah, he
Luffy
was
gets
looking
the
for
crap beat
Luffy
out
as
of him.
well.
Hmm?
Yeah, he was looking for Luffy as well because he wanted the map to the Grand Line. So
Yeah. The ear in the hat was kind of dumb.
yeah, I mean the show has some definite over the top cartoony parts to
Yeah.
it.
And I think it's supposed to. Um but and it was a clever turn of phrase because he's like, I got eyes and ears everywhere.
Right. And
And I
then
was like,
we're talking
that's
about the clown guy who can tear himself apart,
yeah.
putting an ear in Luffy's hat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it was
And he
a
made
good
fun of them for being idiots.
yeah. It was a good turn of phrase.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take this off. It's getting warm. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And
So
then yeah, so Luffy and what is I forget what the main shark guy's name is. But they have a fight.
Arloff or something.
Yeah, that sounds right. Arlong.
Arlong.
They have a fight and Luffy is losing, then Nami shows up and is like, "Hey, let's just leave. We've got the map," and says that she's part of Arlong's crew.
Yeah, and then she like I don't know. She had that scene with Zoro on the boat, and then she grabbed the map and left. But she saved Luffy's life,
Mm-hmm.
and then they set off to go rescue her. Even though Zoro is not quite on board with that.
Yeah, because I mean he's hurt, but Luffy is just he still wants to see the good in everyone.
Yeah, and well, he's got what was it about him? He's like the character has an ability to I think to read people
Yeah.
and
Okay.
to which I guess is a good leadership quality, being able to read people and get the right people on your crew.
Mm-hmm.
um and he's not quick to abandon people,
Right.
even though I mean they haven't known each other very long, but they've already gone through a couple of adventures together, and he's basically he's made a commitment to them to be their captain, to be their friend, and
Mhm.
he's not quick to abandon that, which is kind of cool. I like that. So they set off to go find her, and then we start learning about her backstory, and
Yeah, in the final 2 episodes, we learn her backstory, why she's working with Arlong.
mhm. And what the fish people are all about. Like I guess they
Mhm.
were slaves for a while, and he's still mad about it and wants to take
Mhm.
over the world and kill all humans.
Yep, basically.
Do you think he's dead?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They haven't killed off any of the villains, so no, I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, they haven't killed off anybody.
Anybody. I mean, other than the boat full of pirates from the first episode.
Yeah, but that lady, the main lady pirate, is still alive,
Right, because she got
which
knocked
didn't
off.
make sense.
She got knocked off the boat and apparently made it safe and sound back to land.
But yeah, at least she didn't have to eat her own leg. uh,
Yeah, Nami though had a very tragic backstory.
little bit. I mean, they all do.
I feel like hers was a little extra tragic.
She did lose, I guess, like her original family because she was an
Yeah.
orphan,
And
and then she
then
lost her adopted mother.
her adopted mom gets shot in front of her. And
I don't get how money works in this place. I don't know what the exchange rate is to from Barry to US dollars.
right.
Like, what's the exchange rate on that? Because like, who just has $100,000 laying around their house
Right. I have no idea how.
and is poor and lives in a village where the only thing to eat is tangerines?
Yeah.
And then how do you collect $100 million from stealing?
She was a really good thief.
And she had money the whole time
Yeah.
because she gave the waiter a bribe
Uh-huh.
or tip, and then she had money to get on the passage on that other guy's boat,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like 3,000 berry.
Yeah.
But she didn't pay for dinner.
Yeah, because Luffy said that he had it. He was like, I got it.
Right, but clearly he did not have it.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh well. And then they go to the bar and keep drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody pay the dang tab already. Like, she's
Well,
clearly
Luffy was paying it off by working.
okay, what kind of meal costs a year's worth of dishes to wash?
He had a lot of food
Still.
because he said, I'll take one of everything. So
I don't know how much a busboy makes
Yeah.
or dishwasher. But if he's making like $15,000 a year washing dishes, that's an expensive meal.
But yeah, but her whole thing was she just wanted to free her town. And she brokered a deal to do that. So we know why she's a thief, why she's working for the guy who shot her stepmom.
And we learned what her dream, her passion was,
Right.
to draw a map of the whole world.
Yep. Which we get
She
at
really
the
liked
very
maps.
we get at the very end of the last episode.
You kind of get that.
I
throughout.
mean,
I
said
did.
she said that she makes maps and she enjoys it, but she didn't actually say what her dream was until the
I knew
end.
what she meant. Okay. I knew what
Okay.
she meant. Because every time, like, because I was like, she's got. And then when she stole the map book, and I was like, oh, her passion is gonna have something to do with maps, because we might be kindred spirits in that aspect. I like maps. Okay. Yeah. So. Okay, it's been many years since the adopted mom died, and she's been with Arlong, but the village is still like ransacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't like clean up,
Apparently not.
even though they're poor.
Yeah.
But they're still able to get money to pay off Arlong. Anyway, it's just small details. And that's when the other crooked Marines show up.
Mm-hmm. Still all her money.
Yeah. 100 million berry. I don't know. The numbers just don't make any sense. I don't know what the numbers mean. It's a ridiculous amount. So, the final fight. That's one thing that was, I guess, I don't know how they're going to develop it. There's one thing that's irritating me was Usopp.
Okay.
Because his character, he seems very afraid of everything.
Yeah.
And he's still lying a lot.
Yeah, see that part was really irritating me. Like, I get that he's afraid because he's just now starting out a life of adventure.
Mhm.
but his constant need for telling these elaborate lies where he's the hero, it's getting
Yeah,
wearing on me a whole lot. It's getting old.
yeah, and it's not just the I guess like the stories aren't they're outlandish and they're obviously fabrications of his imagination. So those aren't like the main things, but it's like just the outright.
Yeah, look at how great
If
I
he would
am. Yeah.
if he was saying it like, oh, this is just a fanciful story that I'm kind of making up, instead of actually like believing it, because the character seems like he believes it. He's like, this is what happened. I'm telling exactly what happened, and I'm people should take this as 100% fact. And then it's like, there's people who like saw you do the things, like you just did the stuff, and you're
Hmm.
telling people who were there who saw it what happened. They know you're lying. Like,
Yeah.
there's a difference between you know
Embellishing and
embellishing a story, because he could have just told what happened, how he caught that one shark guy on fire and blew him up. I was like, that
yeah.
was kind of cool. I was like, he's was getting some courage there. Um, and his main thing was that nobody saw it,
Hmm.
so nobody's gonna believe him. It's like, no, duh, nobody's gonna believe you because you lie about everything.
Yeah. I wonder if moving forward they're gonna make him into where he's actually telling stories about the crew. Like that would be a nice change of pace. Hey, look what the crew did instead of
Yeah,
look at how big of a hero I am.
because he's a storyteller, so he needs to tell the story as it is told, or as it
Yeah, as
as
it
it
takes
happened.
place.
And he's a sharpshooter, so he needs to be a sharpshooter.
Hmm.
The only time we see him do anything is with the kernels in the pan, and he did one other thing, and then he shot the shark guy.
Yep.
That's the only time he used his slingshot in action. Every other
Yep.
time he was afraid. So hopefully they develop him and he becomes starts becoming growing into piracy.
Okay.
To being a pirate. Um and he keeps calling himself the captain.
Hmm.
Slightly annoying, but at the same time it's kind of humorous. So I'm like, when does it cross the line?
Okay.
Um so yeah, so they defeat Arlong and his crew. Um the end I thought was really good. How they kind of went back through and they showed everybody who'd been in the story, who you know, I guess had a significant scene.
Okay.
All the pirates, the grandpa,
Hmm.
um, mm, the what the heck is that? The flag thing, but it wasn't the flag. It was the
I don't. Oh, the pirate flag, the Jolly Roger.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, but it was on the
on the actual shell cell of the ship.
sail. That's the word, sail. It's a ship sail.
Yeah.
I forgot the word. I was thinking mast. I was like, nope, that's not the right word. It's not mast. Um. So yeah, overall, I think it's probably the best show I've ever seen on Netflix as the Netflix original. I can't think of anything else that's come out on Netflix that I think is better than this.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either. I've really enjoyed this one. I'm excited for the continuing story. So I'd love to
Yeah,
see where it goes from here.
like I'm almost tempted to watch the anime, but
It's over 1,000 episodes.
yeah, and I can't handle that. I
Yeah.
mean, that's quite a commitment, and I don't want, because I don't know what the differences are. I don't want to ruin, or not ruin, but like muddy the water
Uh-huh.
between the
I
two
understand that.
stories.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to want to go watch. Maybe I guess after this is all done, then I might. But like I said, it's 1,000 episodes, so
I mean, this show's got my interest peaked, but I don't know if I'd want to commit to 500 hours of a show.
yeah, that's a lot.
It's a whole lot.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll definitely gonna keep watching the Netflix show because it's the way they just. I don't know who the writer, director, whatever it was, but they've mapped out the story
Mm-hmm.
really well. They've pieced it together perfectly, in my opinion. The way they keep you interested. They keep mystery. The character development is normally in shows you don't get this kind of character development anymore.
Yeah, but the person who wrote the manga and the show still has creative control of what goes on in the Netflix series.
Mm-hmm.
So he's, from what I've heard, he's been heavily invested or heavily involved in making sure the show is good.
Okay.
So
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
it's nice that he still has
'Cause
a personal stake. He wasn't just like, oh, selling off my something I care about and hope they don't mess it up.
Yeah, I guess if you've got tons of books and 1,000 shows, 1,000 episodes in an anime, you're not gonna want them to screw it up because
Right.
they're kind of good at screwing things up.
Without a doubt.
I guess some other things they did good was like the Marvel shows that they did, or DC shows.
Oh, the
No, no,
DC
Marvel.
shows. The
Marvel.
Netflix shows.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Daredevil and
Yeah.
Luke Cage. Okay.
Yeah, those are pretty good. But I think this is. I still think this is better. Definitely recommend everybody go watch it because it's fun. It's entertaining. Like I'm after each episode, I'm interested to know what's next.
What's next? Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It keeps you
and
engaged. It's
yeah,
got a lot of humor, a lot of heavy stuff as well.
okay, the heavy stuff. I kept seeing in the Netflix thing, it was like I don't know what it's rated, but it kept saying like for self-harm.
Self-harm. Uh-huh.
And I was like, are they talking about the eating of the leg? Because I didn't get it. But
Yeah.
then, like, when Nami is like mad at her tattoo,
Uh-huh.
she starts stabbing it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, why would you stab it and not like scrape it off?
Because she was
It's
just acting out of emotion. She wasn't doing something rational.
yeah, but like, I guess like I have a thing with getting stabbed, and I'd rather get shot than stabbed, honestly. So like when she's like
Good
sitting
to
there
know.
stabbing her arm, I'm like, what are you doing? That is freaking insane. And then there's like no blood.
Yeah.
There's like no blood. There would be tons of blood. 'Cause
Right.
she stabbed herself like 3 or 4
Like-
times.
A bunch. Yep.
And then Luffy comes up and stops her hand. And which was a really cool scene where he like comes in and rescues her. And then I think that was part of her backstory was she felt like she kept losing her friends,
Mhm.
people she
Right.
cared. And then she thought she had lost them. And then they showed up and they were there for her.
Yeah.
And so
And
they,
Luffy put his hat on her, which was kind of
Yeah.
a nice little moment thrown back to the other pirate who put the hat on him when he was upset. So
yeah.
nice character development, character moment.
Yeah. Like these characters are like very well fleshed out and they're
Mhm.
very interesting. And like they're all people that you could get along with. Like the only like the only characters like you can't get along with are like the bad
The
pirates.
bad guys.
And then like even like Meathawk or Mihawk,
Mihawk.
he's interesting.
Uh-huh.
He's obviously not worried or he'd kill anybody. He's a pirate warlord.
Yeah.
So, but he still seems like an interesting character. And I guess that's like the way they draw the line between bad guys and good guys. Sometimes it's a gray area. Sometimes it's not. Like Arlong is definitely a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Luffy's definitely a good guy. And then you've got like some of the Marines who are kind of gray, and some of the other pirates that are kind of gray. So I think I like the way the world is built and the characters interact with each other, and it's not just haphazard and cookie cutter kind of stuff.
Okay. I agree with
So
you. It's definitely worth a watch. So overall, what kind of
be a straw hat
rating?
pirate again?
Overall, what kind of rating would you give the show so far?
Well, I'm torn, to be honest with you. I'm leaning towards it's tough. It's tough. It's a really good show. I'm gonna have to go 9-1 for the whole show.
Okay. All right. I was gonna go 8-4. So I do think it's a really good show. It's engaging. I just don't think it gets quite to a 9 for me.
Okay.
But 8-4, still
8-4
really
is still a really good
respectable
score.
score.
I mean, that's a top tier score.
Mhm.
I had to give it a 9 because it's so not relatable, but it draws you in. There's a ton of rewatchability value. There's a lot more story to be told.
Mhm.
It draws you in, keeps you captivated. And there's not a whole lot of moments where you're like, I don't care. So I think it's a top tier score or a top tier show.
Yep. I agree.
Hope they don't ruin it.
Yep.
But
we'll find out when they announce season 2, how the story progresses.
Yeah. I think a scene where it's already written.
Okay.
But with all the writers'
Writer
strikes and
strikes and-
actors stuff going on, I don't know what'll
Mhm.
happen. And I don't know. It's irritating the way they do stuff now. With the
Okay, great.
let's record a whole thing. Let's shoot all this and release it at once, and then we have to wait a year to get another show or get more episodes. But it is the way of the world now. Yep. So if you made it this far in the episode, give us a like, good old thumbs up. That'd be cool. Maybe a good old sub. How about a sub there? That'd be cool. Yeah. We'll give you a hat. You want a straw hat?
No, we will not give you a hat.
We'll give you you can be an honorary straw hat pirate if you sub. You can follow us on YouTube and Rumble, and we also have Twitter at BRH Reviews. So hit us up over there for what we got coming out. I forget anything, Ryan?
No, I think
Probably.
that pretty much covers it.
Oh, okay, cool. Got it all last time. All right. Later.